We continue in the Garden of Emuna on page 174. Only Hashem knows. The Gemara tells us in Avodah Zarah that when a person has troubles, it's already decreed and already mentioned in Shemaim for how long the person is going to have to be with this item, and when it's going to go away, what specific time, and in what method it's going to be taken away. This applies specifically to every Yisurim, but right now we're discussing a person who's not well. So if we have a person who's not well and needs to take medications and he goes to a doctor, he doesn't know which doctor, he doesn't know if this doctor is the right person, because it's already deemed upon in Shemaim exactly. It's going to be healed by this specific person. And it's going to be healed with this specific medicine. How often have we gone to doctors and they weren't the right person, and then you finally found the right person that helped you in that particular area? Or he started you on one medicine and that didn't work properly, and then you had to go to a different one, and then that was not good, and then you didn't feel good until it finally worked, and so on and so forth. The examples, we understand, we have to use our mind a little bit. If we place our mind, we understand that there's no difference between this particular inyan or any other inyan. We find all through Judaism that there was a specific time when we had, like there's going to be a specific time when Mashiach is going to come. Everything's going to be when Hashem wants, and we can't do anything before. It's all up to Hashem. So too here. Everything's up to Hashem. Not only that, we have to be very, very afraid to go to a doctor. Because if the doctor thinks that they know, Zagambaya, because it's his medicine and his thing that's going to heal. And he may not even be the right messenger. So what do we have to do? Not go to the doctor? What's the rabbi telling us? The rabbi is telling us, in essence, yeah, B'sof Maaseh, if you're on that high level of Emuna, you shouldn't go to a doctor. Why? Because we understand that it's all from him. We're not close to even that. And yes, of course, we have to go to doctors. We have to listen to the Rofim, because we don't know we're Mabaref. And we're not on any kind of level that we can say that we're not going to go to a doctor. But what we have to do, we can't just take the medicine. We can't just go to the doctor. We got to pray. To ask Hashem that you find the right person, and it should be easy on you, and he should give you the right medicine, and that the medicine shouldn't hurt you. Everything has to be asked for. You don't just go and say, okay, I'm doing what I have to do. No. I'm going to find the top doctor, do the best thing you have to do for yourself. At least the best doctors know that they don't know. Again, we're learning here, the Ikar Yediyah is to know that we don't know. If the main knowledge is to know that you don't know, the big doctors know that they don't know. They do know. They may have gava, but they do know. And there's many, many doctors that you've come across in the world that are God-fearing people. Go to the specialists, go to the right people, but don't trust in them. It's all Hashem. You can't escape. Hashem is the doctor. Hashem's going to tell you the time you're going to get fixed. Hashem's going to tell you the time you're going to get healed, and with who, and by what. So what do? We also have to make teshuvah. We can't escape this thing. We can't escape this item. We have to start recognizing. Baruch Hashem, I was zocheh something this Motzei Shabbat. I started to get a little bit of heartburn, and instead of, I first went into the bathroom to go get Tums, because that's our first instinct, but I stopped myself, and I made it tefillah first. Not saying I'm big, it's only because we're learning every day. And you should also be there if you're learning, and be mitchazek and listening to the shiurim daily, because Emuna is required daily. Because if you do it daily, you'll start to implement things in your life that you never thought you could do before. It's because the Torah penetrates, the Torah changes us. We should be zocher to recognize that we can't run away from Hashem, and that the doctor, he's the doctor, and it's all because of him, and he's talking to us. Pray to him, ask him to help you, ask him to be zocher, to do the right things in life, and we see how things, and thank him for everything, and we always see how things work out much better in this situation. Why? Because we're in a good mood, we're happy, we're not worried. Baruch Hashem, worrying doesn't help. Because if who knows how much we'd worry if it did. Baruch Hashem. We should be zocheh for tefillah and to make teshuvah, and don't think we can run away from Hashem.